il y a 3 jours, quand la ville a été bombardée, les missiles étaient passés par-dessus la ville aussi et sont partis sur l'ouest et ont fait demi-tour. Ils sont revenus. Ça, c'est le nouveau petit jeu. Enfin, ça fait un petit moment que ça dure, le petit jeu des missiles voyageurs qui changent de direction et d'objectif. Donc, peut-être ça va revenir. Bon, bah, bref. Vu ma tête, je vais peut-être quand même me rallonger un peu. Me rallonger. Je vais me rallonger. C'est ça, je vais aller me rallonger. This kind of looks like Star Wars.
Yeah, we can go in between them.
Like I'm looking for Darth Vader to come out at some point. Or better said, Luke Skywalker. But it is a very interesting architecture.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
It's like when we were shooting this video.
I remember, yeah.
And like I didn't write that it was crematorium, and people who are not from Kyiv who don't know, they're like, "What is this beautiful?"
Yeah.
It's like, is it a museum or something? You know, like, oh,
really, yeah.
You can't even guess that it's the.
No. You really think it's kind of a contemporaneous museum piece of art. Where is Kreshchatyk?
Somewhere. Inside, it's just you can't actually understand that there is a bar because it's so not obvious, you know, when there is no outside bar.
Так, пересіль пробили сюди.
We'll have the
Beer?
Yeah. I kind of liked it last time. I drank it. On the after party. Безалкогольні лимонади, цитрусовий або вишневий. Є безалкогольне пиво, є безалкогольний шприц.
You
pleasure. There were cases where people from Mariupol, with the shell, and the boy, he would be carrying his cat, and like there's a woman with her rooster. She took her rooster everywhere. She didn't leave him. There are so many cases of this beautiful stories that a man would carry his dog for 30 kilometers, to another city because he would not leave it. Yeah. Дякую.
C'est la place Maïdan, place de la Révolution, où la Révolution a eu lieu en 2014, qui a déclenché toutes les aspirations d'une démocratie propre à l'Ukraine dans la nouvelle génération.
So here's our PR director, Nia Nikin. She's our creative and I dare to say a speaker of our team because she's really a smooth talker.
I'm not sure that I'm speaker because I'm really not very strong in English, but inside the team I am more than 7 years, so I know all senses, everything, so sometimes I will ask Alisa to help me to translate something if I forget some words. Yes.
Of course, thank you. I am trying to film a little bit the screen.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice, and I'm recording. And my name is Madeleine. I ja nie говорю українською мовою enough good. I have the hope that in a few months I can be more fluent with Ukrainian, but today I'm grateful if we can speak in English.
Yeah.
Okay, of course.
We started the construction of a play. We had a first draft in June in Paris with 2 actresses, and it is called Black Hole. And we really try to explore how, taking this example of you, the community of Ukrainians, are already dealing with the trauma while you are witnessing the horror.
And part of it is the whole place that you give to creativity, to beauty, to dignity, to art, and to be in the doing. And so that's why when I came to that hair salon, I was like, this is so alive. This is so colorful and kind of crazy, but in a sense of, it's an affirmation of living. Like, we are this identity.
We rent this place and we depend by the owner of this place. And they will us to pay 50% of the rent the first half of the year. And it saves our budget. It helps us to survive our place. But we're beginning now again because all our work, what we work 7 years, we miss it because of our clients. All of them outside Ukraine or Kiev. Some of them live in Lviv, Ivano-Frankivsk, more safe places. And yes, it's our new challenge to survive. But we have a few clients, a few girls who come to us. They are old clients. And they tell us the first half of the year, Katya told me that all our clients, they cry in the chair. Cry because of stress.
This is just our storage, like all of the medical stuff is stored there.
Oh, Tata, this is my dad.
Маленькі були.
А ми 2 години говорили.
Наді.
Hello, дуже приємно.
О!
Вона говорить українською.
Так, я маю дуже клас, не перекладач, але
Вчитель.
вчитель.
We were talking with Dori for 2 hours about
Great.
experience and everything, and I just wanted to show our backyard a bit.
Yeah, we are quite rich unit. We have a new ambulances, armored car.
When you have to repair them, you bring them back here? No, you repair
and,
them there?
Yeah, that is like a parking lot, but it aimed at working near the front line, like
Yeah,
to have
I imagine.
to live, to reside whenever you need. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, medicine is quite expensive. Never thought. The guy from the universities and libraries never thought that. It's quite expensive adventure. By the way, this car bought because of generous donation from Switzerland.
Really?
One guy read my interview to Switzerland
I sent
newspaper,
you
yeah.
NZZ, yeah, I read it.
And decided to help us, and we asked it to pay for the new car. At least we hope that for a while it will not need repair.
But because
I
usually
see.
cars which we have are like used cars,
yeah.
because
Very,
they're
very well used.
And
much-
you always have to work on it so that
like this guy.
Yeah, they're working, yeah. And how much money is it needed for that? For a new one?
65,000 euros.
65,000.
Without equipment,
Without.
without.
and with
That's
equipment.
the average price for Reanimobile Type C with equipment, about 100.
Okay. And I was wondering, the people you heal, I imagine you cannot keep them at your place, at your hospital for a very long time.
We do not have a hospital as such. We just strengthen military medicine because
Okay.
now more than 90% of our professions are military guys. So if your military couldn't deliver to the military somewhere when you want, there is just a quite strict stages of a medical evacuation and medical treatment. We work on the pre-hospital stage, so that is like a passover points near the battlefield to the stabilization points, we work shoulder to shoulder on the stabilization point with the military guys, and then deliver the heavy wounded on reanimables to the rare hospitals. So what we do, that is what it was the idea 9 years ago, that we need to do like a NATO standard with the tents, with the things like that, but it's in fact not needed there. So they need well qualified medics and some well equipped ambulances. Volunteer mobile hospital. That is like an unexpected child, very loved, but really unexpected. So that it was like a improvised idea that we need to do something during first of all this what now called the Revolution of Dignity, then the Russian invasion. It was we thought, or I thought, it's okay for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months. Now it's
For a couple of decades.
yeah, that first decade almost done. Yeah, first decade almost done. And I could just dream to return to my library, books, writing and reading. Yeah. But
do
anyway,
you have time to read? Do you do that?
now it's
No.
in fact
And
just
actually you're not
post and
available.
post. But yeah, you know, to read serious books you need like a special mood.
Exactly, yeah. So what do you do to relax whenever you have a little bit of time?
Walking with my dog.
Okay, that's cool.
My mom and my dad run the first aid medical center near the front line. Me, I live in Kiev, in our family house, along with my dog.
Ma mère et mon père gèrent un centre médical de premiers soins près de la ligne des fronts. Moi, je vis à Kiev, dans la maison familiale, toute seule avec mon chien.
Il est 7h du matin, samedi 9 septembre. Les rues sont assez vides, il fait déjà assez chaud. Je vais à Repair Together, à Tchernihiv, c'est à 3 heures de route d'ici, dans le nord, près de Tchernobyl. Et on va dans des villages libérés pour déblayer, reconstruire. Moi je me suis mise dans l'équipe déblayer. Je ne sais pas ce qu'on va faire exactement. J'ai pris mon barda et on va voir ce que ça raconte. C'est l'aventure. C'est parti. Hi. Are you Anya?
Yes, are you?
This is unbelievable
Yes.
that we had a team meeting.
Yeah, this is nice.
Дякую. Yeah, they say it's here. Hi.
What team have you joined?
6, she's
6. Yeah, so please.
In this one?
Yeah. Сюди, з цієї
Oh.
сторони.
Yeah, but
We will meet later.
З цієї сторони входить.
So you, as you are a man, you're not allowed to go out of the country.
Yeah.
How does this feel for you?
It's not a problem for me.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it opens other opportunities. You can explore your country because I now have a focus on like traveling on the weekends, maybe somewhere around Ukraine, and find out about interesting places here.
And you travel in the country?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of very cool places that are now occupied also. Because I was going to travel around Kherson region.
Yeah, I've
Also-
heard it's beautiful there.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Like a lot of this nature stuff.
Yeah.
Today we wait for another part of our team. Вибачте, англійською в мене погано. Давайте я українською і спробую потім перекласти. I try to Ukrainian and after translate.
sure.
Можу поставити.
Так, добре, так.
Eh bien, je suis devant le panneau de la ferme où on a travaillé pendant 2 jours à poncer du bois pour reconstruire des maisons. Et ça, c'est le panneau. Là, il y a toute l'équipe derrière qui attend le bus pour aller manger et rentrer sur Kiev. Là, on voit plein de bottes de foin. C'est une très grande ferme. Je ne sais pas combien d'hectares. Il y a des vaches, il y a plusieurs exploitations. Et puis, début de l'invasion, donc tout début mars 2022, les Russes sont arrivés dans ce village à côté de Tchernihiv. Et puis rien que sur cette ferme, là derrière, ils ont balancé 70 missiles. Et sur 350 vaches, il y en a 158 qui sont décédés d'un arrêt cardiaque. Et puis plein de blessés. Voilà, et puis absolument tout qui était détruit. Et après, ils sont entrés dans les maisons. On l'a vu dans les médias, quoi. C'est les maisons du Nord qui ont été envahies depuis la Biélorussie. Et le gérant de la ferme nous racontait que donc ils sont entrés chez lui, ils ont pris la petite télévision et le grand écran n'entrait pas dans la place qu'ils avaient dans leur char, je pense. Et du coup, ils ont détruit le grand écran et ils ont pris avec le petit. Et puis sur la ferme, sur le site de la ferme, il y avait un drapeau ukrainien et ils ont tiré plein de balles sur le drapeau, tout simplement. Voilà, puis ils ont volé des sous-vêtements, comme c'est bien connu. Ils ont volé plein de sous-vêtements partout chez les gens, à se demander si c'est parce qu'eux n'en ont pas ou si c'est pour humilier les Ukrainiens, je sais pas. Voilà, il y a plein de nouveaux petits veaux dans la ferme, plein de pommes et des poires dans un assez grand verger. Les poires sont succulentes, j'en ai jamais mangé des comme ça. Elles sont très juteuses mais pas trop sucrées. Donc, j'ai l'impression ça donne l'impression de boire de l'eau tout en ayant le petit goût du fruit. It's so beautiful to see your smiles. Yeah. Exactement, et tu es beau.
I don't understand.
Well,
That's one phrase I know.
Beau is the masculine of belle. So you said today you're beautiful, and I said and you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. C'est your Sunday.
Дякую.
Très beau.
Vous parlez bien français, waouh.
Seulement deux mots.
Deux mots.
Deux mots. Bah,
très beau.
Je dis deux mots seulement, mais maintenant
Tu dis des phrases entières.
Beaucoup plus.
Ah, c'est génial. Ah ouais, bravo. Classe. Super classe. J'ai bronzé. Ah oui, j'ai la marque. Tu sais, c'est peut-être pas du bronzage, c'est peut-être de la sciure du bois, from the wood. Ah, tu sais, tout le petit bois qu'on a fait, c'est je suis sale.
C'est un teint bronzé.
Hey, how are you? So, grab our stuff, toilet.
А що це одного вони, де вони робили?
Тому ми можемо оцінювати, просто вам розповідаємо.
Люк 14.
Да, далі ми проїдемо повз базу з прекрасним озером, прекрасною територією, але дуже сумнівною репутацією. А ми тую червону підіймемо, а ми нашу славу, гей, гей, розвеселимо. А далі є багато куплетів, які, на жаль, не всі знають, тому the sun is shining now.
Питання
In each language.
Я знаю, як вона
How do
катає
you
футболку.
say in like you speak Chinese, right? Yeah. How do you say it in Chinese? The sun is. Hey, you want to say it in Chinese?
Опа.
Chinese, yes. How do you say it?
Sehot?
Tehot. Tehot.
No,
Ah.
Sehot. Sehot.
How do you say it in Chinese?
Yeah, Sehot.
Зараз
The
ми
sun is
вивчаємо
shining.
Чайна це китайську вивчаємо.
Янгонghao.
Добре, що Андрюха мене спитався.
Yangonghao.
Янгонghao.
Янгонghao.
О, супер.
Сонце світить, так?
А, можливо, хтось ще передасть німецькою, як це буде звучати. Будемо дуже вдячні.
Yeah.
Щось там про бізонів було, я почув.
Бізон зінчай.
17th of October 2023. Beautiful Kiev, which just received an air raid alarm. And now each one has to face a decision. Home, not home. Staying at work, staying in the streets, or going to the shelter. So everyone will kind of follow on the Telegram channels how serious this is, because these days usually when there is an alarm there are missiles really arriving on the city. So look at the beautiful sky. Actually it's grey right here but it's very blue. Look, do you see how beautiful the sky is? So let's see what I will do.
Щоб я молода не вечеряла.
I remember I was living in the theater for many months. The theater that has become shelter for me and other people from the neighborhood whenever it was needed.
Annabelle, comment ça va?
Ça va. Je suis à l'abri. Je suis au théâtre.
Ils avancent, ils sont à 40 km.
Ils sont à 30 km.
The grey building.
Yes.
The end
Oh
of
yes,
grey
yes,
building.
yes, yes. There is beige wood. That's windows that have been blown out with the explosion.
So you see those on these windows there are like marks, like white marks. So that means it's they're new. Those marks are staying from the manufacturing.
Because on this crossroads was the second bomb.
Yeah.
Let me just film that. And then on the park there. 1 year ago. Oh yeah, and here you see that's like the impact of the bomb that was here on the street.
Yeah.
That blew to there. Alors là, il est 22h et quelques à Kiev. On a passé la journée à essayer de récupérer un tout petit bébé chat qui se cachait sous les voitures. On n'a pas réussi à le choper, donc on espère qu'on arrivera à le trouver demain. Un petit bébé chat de 2 mois, 3 mois. Et voilà, donc toute la journée le planning s'est modifié parce qu'on a essayé de sauver ce chat. Et puis tu rentres chez toi et là t'as l'alarme qui retentit en mode les missiles arrivent. On va voir s'ils arrivent vraiment ou s'ils sont interceptés avant d'entrer sur Kiev. Ou s'ils partent ailleurs, hein, sur l'ouest, le nord, ils font demi-tour. En tout cas, l'alarme a sonné, donc des missiles viennent d'être lancés. C'est chic. C'est vraiment très très chic.
Молодець, супер.
Молодець. What does молодець mean?
It's Льош, як молодець англійською?
Good? No.
Yes. You will be great.
Uh-huh.
You're good. You're great.
Super. Good. Well done.
Yes.
Well done. Hello. He is very joyful and playful.
Kisses.
You like the kisses and hugs. Ooh.
Ти дюша.
Yeah. Do you want a kiss? Mwah. Do you want a kiss? Oh, you. Sweet. Did you grow up with dogs?
No.
No?
No. В мене не було ніколи собаки. В тебе не було. Ні.
No? You're like first time dog keepers with all these dogs? You discover everything?
Yes.
And yeah?
You have cats in mother and father house, and I have one cats and dogs.
Wow.
Yes, it's a true news story.
Also, what this war in Ukraine is all about, since beginning of invasion, you all have started to do something else than what you used to do before, and it's your way of fighting. Like you are now taking care of animals, but you were not animal specialists. So many people are at the front line, but they are not soldiers. And this is like the creativity to say, okay, we have to make something, so let's learn something new and be in the urgent moment. I feel so, and you have new skills, you learn new things. Yeah.
Because when the war began, we don't have any war.
Also, hello Teddy. You want to say something to the camera, Teddy?
What you say?
Kiss, kiss. Yeah, you had no acting work left.
And we must, як сказати, ми повинні вміти робити щось ще.
Work, find something to do.
Yes.
Something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 or 3 months we don't have any work, any work.
At Kyiv, many oblasts, Kyivska is occupation, and
Було багато прильотів, ракет.
It was dangerous, yes. You had to take care of your survival. Hey, hi, I'm in Kyiv. Look at this snow, I'm in the middle of a park. And actually, what I noticed mostly these last times I've been here and this time again is that the biggest thing where you see the impact of war here is in, well, first of all in the streets, because there are like less people, and you see soldiers and you see disabled men mainly with a leg or an arm less. But it is also a general psychological state of depression. Like it's a very common thing, I know, in this period of time to feel a little bit depressed. But here it's like it's been going on for a few months, and it's because they are super scared of the future, of help that might be less strong with the elections coming, in America, and they just all understand that at some point they will have to go to that war, and yet I just see a kid doing that. So they still know how to have fun.
Someone should. Why you?
I don't know. Like, what is the performance? We were doing nothing. Yeah, I like it.
Dernier jour de résidence ici, c'est le matin, on n'est pas encore très réveillé. Regardez-moi ce joli petit café. C'est pas mignon. Allez, on y va. Annabelle, how are you?
Annabelle, how are you?
I'm fine, I'm safe, I'm in the theater.
I'm fine, I'm safe. I'm in the theater.
They're advancing, they're 50 kilometers away.
They're advancing, they're 50 kilometers away. They're 30 kilometers away.
Continue the movements. Imagining that while you're doing this, there is a soundtrack. Soundtrack of real testimonies.
Nous sommes des générateurs d'électricité. Nos rugissements me font penser à une grande bête sauvage qui donne espoir et fait peur à la fois. Nous sommes partout, près de cafés, des pharmacies et des supermarchés. Nous ressemblons peut-être à des personnes en guerre, mais en fait, nous célébrons la vie. Au fond, j'ai toujours rêvé d'être un générateur d'électricité, d'être cet animal sauvage capable de rugir de oui à la vie. Et ça m'a pris une guerre entière dans mon pays pour qu'enfin j'essaye d'en devenir un.
Yep.